Hey everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us on this week's YouTube Live.
Yes, that's right. This is HeatPressNation's second YouTube Live broadcast, so
Woo!
I really appreciate
Number 2.
everyone taking the time to join us this week. My name is Estavan, this is Jared. If you've seen any of our media on this awesome YouTube channel before, you know that Jared's one of our social media managers, also helps out in our tech department. My name is Estavan. I work in customer support and sales. So, if you've called in to place an order, ask product questions, or if you've needed some assistance with your silhouette cameo, chances are you've probably spoken with one of us before.
Yeah, and and speaking of support, if you guys have any questions about anything at all we're talking about through the broadcast, feel free to comment live here on YouTube. Anything we don't get to live during the broadcast, we will be addressing after the video. So whether you're watching this live right now, or maybe it's 2 months, 3 months from now, and you're kind of revisiting this video, feel free to ask any questions at all in the comment section. We'll be happy to offer whatever assistance we can. Of course, be sure to like the video and subscribe it. Go ahead and click on that thumbs up or that like button right there. Subscribe to our channel, and that way you can be the first to know anytime we have new content available. We're putting out videos every week, and so we archive our YouTube lives. But then we also have new, tutorials, product videos, just lots of stuff to help get you doing the best you can with your heat press equipment.
Yes, that's right. There's a great content on the YouTube channel, so highly recommend you guys taking a look. A lot of really good stuff that we've done in the past that is available for viewing. Like Jared said, going over different products, processes, really quality stuff. And while we're talking kind of about social media, I want to let you guys know about our hashtag HPNCreators. Please use it across all your social media. We get to see really awesome examples of some of the work that our friends and family and extended customers, the HeatPressNation universe here, have done and with their equipment and materials. So HPNCreators, use it on all your social media.
Awesome. So, well, today we're really excited because today we're talking about sublimating Christmas.
That's right. 'Tis the season.
So you see here we have on our table, this is really a small representation of all the different stuff that you can make with your sublimation printer, with your heat press, and stuff that you can make not only for yourself and for your family, but if you're running a business, these are really great items to make available to your customers. So that way, 'tis the season to be jolly, but hey, we all have mouths to feed, right?
Yes, exactly. So, if it's making something for that, church group or the school team, right, or, an organization or business, you can really offer something completely unique and quality, using sublimation. Just to give you guys a breakdown, sublimation is a process where you're actually going to be dyeing the surface of your substrate. So it's going to actually become a part of your item you're pressing onto. So if that means the coffee cup, it's going to be 100% dishwasher safe. Or if it's transferring onto material like this white polyester t-shirt here, it's a really permanent, beautiful, vivid process that really gets into the material. So really quality, lasting stuff.
Yeah, and I wish you guys could reach into the screen and feel this t-shirt. What's cool about this is there's literally there's literally zero feel to it. So let's say we used a screen print to do the exact same image. You would feel the ink of the screen print on there. We could do this in heat transfer vinyl even, if we wanted to, and you would be able to feel that on there. But since we're dyeing the surface of the shirt, we're literally dyeing the shirt with through the sublimation process, you can't feel it. That means it's very light on the shirt. So if you wanted to do like a full chest graphic, sometimes you have the heavy screen print or vinyl, it's a big graphic on the chest. It, feels a little bit warm on there. Well, no worries about that at all with sublimation. So that's really cool. And I guess kind of just going into it, you see here we have this shirt that we made, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I love that quote from one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And then, we have these socks here. Now, a quick note about the equipment we're using. So we used the Sawgrass SG400 for our smaller items like this mug and these ornaments, which we're going to talk about in a moment. It's a really cool trucker hat. But we did have to use our SG800 in order to print the 11x17 transfer, which is going to be this really big transfer, or to cover these socks right here. And these are really cool. I love these. They say JB. I was a little selfish today. I figured, hey, we got to press some demos. I need new socks.
No, these came out great, Jared.
Let's put them up to the camera.
Yeah, as you can see, he kind of put a little personal twist on customizing these awesome holiday-themed socks. And you can really make something your own using your heat transfer materials, equipment you may already have in your in your arsenal of equipment. So definitely something to look into if you haven't already begun sublimating. There's a wide variety of different things that you can do this transfer onto. For some cool inspiration or ideas, you can check out the website. website. It's HeatPressNation.com, and there's a whole section of sublimation blanks. So you can see some of our awesome apparel options from a company called Vapor. Great polyester material products, so you can do 100% sublimation transfers, things like drinkware. But it doesn't stop there. I mean, there's fun stuff too, like mouse pads, keychains.
Yes, I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds, possibly even thousands of items that you can sublimate with your sublimation printer and your heat press. And actually, I'm stoked because today we have a live demo. We're going to show you guys how easy it is to make really amazing full color shirts. So actually, you ready to do that right now?
Yeah, I think it's about that time.
Let's go ahead and do that. So while he comes around, we have our heat press set to 385 degrees for 60 seconds. Now, depending on what exactly you're pressing, you may find your heat press, you know, you might need to set it to 400. You might need to go up to maybe 75 seconds. It really does depend on what exactly you're pressing here. Yeah, Estevan, why don't you go ahead and come on up, and you'll see here we have our pieces of parchment paper. Now we're using parchment paper because with sublimation there tends to be this design in particular is not a lot of bleed, but there tends to be a lot of bleed, especially when you're doing socks, when you're doing ornaments, you know, stuff like that. So we're going to place a piece of parchment paper underneath our shirt just to protect our lower platen. We don't want any of that ink to seep in or to get onto there. And then next we're going to put our transfer on. Now the cool thing about sublimation is, well, like we said, there's no hand to it. You can't feel it. But also there's no need to weed or to contour cut anything. There's no residue that's left on there, so you could literally put the whole sheet on there and only the ink is going to transfer. So you can see Estevan taking extra care to line up our substrate, or I should say our transfer as best as possible. Normally we'd be using a T-square, but for time's sake, we're just kind of eyeballing it today. And of course covering that up again with our piece of parchment paper. And yeah, we're ready to go, man. 385 degrees for 60 seconds. So we're gonna go ahead and let that press here. Another thing you're gonna notice about sublimation is these transfers do take a little bit longer than your average transfer, than maybe vinyl or, you know, something similar, which is okay, because when you think about it, this is gonna be a lot more permanent, long-lasting feel. But I mean, for these great results, it's okay. It's definitely worth the extra couple seconds spent to to go ahead and transfer this. So we're pressing the t-shirt. The process for socks is going to be pretty similar. We do use an insert that we have available on our website into the socks. So while you technically can press it without using an insert, we highly recommend using the insert. And if you don't want to purchase one, you can actually custom cut an insert out of cardboard, you know, out of a hard material that you have. We have T-padded. Kind of hard to put the sock onto there. So it looks like we're wrapping up. Perfect timing right there. Estevan's going to come on back. Let's go ahead and open that up. You're going to want to be very careful, given that there's so much time spent on there. It's going to be pretty hot. So Estevan's just going to move that over here.
Over to stage center for the reveal.
Wow, dude, that looks pretty. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Dude, I love this shirt.
I love that movie.
Let's see how it looks on you. Let's see. Wow.
I'm gonna have to throw this one on. This came out awesome. You know, as
Dude,
Jared mentioned, we did the eyeball alignment on this one here. You know, for proper, consistent placement on all of your transfers. You know, you could certainly use something like the T-square, one of our top-selling supply items. Perfect positioning, top to bottom, left to right. So really cool supply item to take a look at. But as you can see, this transfer came out pretty darn sweet.
And while we're doing that, let's just take a closer look at these socks. You can see we got our cool Christmas pattern on there. The JB, that's me. I was very selfish this week. I made myself some transfers for to show off. But dude, super cool. And it's that simple. You saw not a ton of extra steps. There's not a lot of like super intricate, crazy, detailed things. I mean, honestly, how hard was that?
You know, it was about as easy as tying my shoes.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, really cool. And then the cool thing about it is the process is very similar when you're pressing these. Now, we're going to have some videos up, but check these out. Actually, you get that one. I'll get this one. And let's hold them up to the camera here. Look at that. So we got, I don't know if you can see it here. We got Bailey. Bailey's a cute little pup. We made ornaments for Bailey's. I don't know if you can read it. Bailey's First Christmas. So this one here, we have an aluminum. The one that I'm holding here is an aluminum sublimation ornament, and then his is a porcelain sublimation ornament.
Very nice. And you're not just limited to this. This can be a team thing. If you got a big sports club that you're a fan of, or a band that you really like, or you can definitely create something lasting with your family memories you probably already have saved in your cell phone or on the computer. You can translate those images and really create something that is truly one of a kind.
Yeah. And a question we often get, if you're watching this and you have no idea what sublimation is, Estevan explained it a couple minutes ago, but we often get the question is like, well, how do I print it to the special sublimation printer? Do I need, crazy software? I mean, there's going to be a print driver you're going to want to download, but it's very, very simple. Basically, if you know how to print to your regular printer, you'll be able to print. It's a very same process, printing it to your sublimation printer. So literally anything you can get onto your computer, you can put onto an ornament, you can put onto a license plate, a puzzle. What else do they got? It's just like little basketball backboards,
clock inserts, cell phone cases, photo frames, this mouse pads,
wood panels.
Yes, those are really
photo
cool.
slates.
For sure. If you are going to be working with garments or fabric, one thing to note about sublimation, you want to make sure it's going to be 100% polyester and white, so you can get those really best results and really see those color values that you managed with those power drivers, as Jared mentioned, with your sublimation printer to translate on material how you see it on your screen.
Yeah. So exactly what he said. Now it looks like we have a couple questions, so let's go ahead and open up the.
Let's see this here.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, try and get into the YouTube question area. I wanted to give you guys a moment really quick. I know we're talking about about Christmas, but there's another holiday coming up this week. I'm talking about Thanksgiving. And for everyone, mostly, it's probably going to mean gathering around, maybe some loved ones, eating some food, expressing gratitude for, all the blessings we have. But, in e-commerce, in retail, and, in general, there's another holiday this time of year. I'm talking about Black Friday. It's a really special time for all of us here at HeatPressNation. It's when we save our best deals, our biggest sales, and our largest discounts. So we're doing a little special this year. You might have heard of the 12 days of Christmas. We're doing the 7 days of Heat Press. So our Black Friday is actually starting this Monday in just a few days, and it's going to run until Cyber Monday the following week. So every day we'll be releasing new items, new special discounts, new offers, and they're just going to stack. So Tuesday we'll have more than Monday, and so on and so forth. Now, these items will go quickly, so if there's anything you see pops up, I highly recommend you act quick so you can have that in time for those special shopping. If you're like myself, sometimes you might be waiting until Christmas Eve to get your presents. There's no excuse. HeatPressNation has your back, as always, and we're going to take care of you guys this time of year. Definitely want to sign up for the newsletter on the website and hear all the details before anyone else about the Black Friday sale.
Yeah. So we have a couple questions here. Kalandakar is asking, how much is the machine and what is the name of the paper? So the machine, we don't really disclose pricing on videos because the only reason is that sometimes it may change. If you're watching this video 6 months from now, a year from now, there's a chance, there could be a new version of the machine, or it could be on sale. So the best thing to do is we're going to be posting links in this video directly to the product, so that way you can click on that. So a couple minutes after, give us a little bit of time after the broadcast right now, and then we'll be posting product links so you can click on that, get the pricing, get all the information you need, and if you have any questions at all, feel free to call us at 800-215-0894. You can also email us, support@heatpressnation.com, or just comment below. We're happy to get to your questions. So, but the machine is going to be a Sawgrass SG400. So the 400 is a smaller one. It prints 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, and then the SG800 is the larger one. It prints up to 11 by 17, and if you purchase the additional bypass tray, which is an accessory that's not included, you can go up to 13 by 19, which is pretty big.
That's a lot of print area.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of print area.
Right on. And then the heat press we're using today is going to be our HPN Signature Series. It's the 16 by 20. Great machine, designed for advanced small business level production. Feature rich, very robust in its outer construction. Definitely a workhorse machine. What I love about it is, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see when we were doing our transfers, is this slide out drawer feature.
Yes.
Allows you to load your materials with your hands at a farther distance away from the elements.
It'll save you from burning your knuckles so many times.
I believe it. And if you're working with maybe users operating the machine with mixed experience levels, so definitely be a little additional feature to enjoy.
Yeah. Awesome. So I think we had another question on there.
Yes, we got DJ Robert Wheeler. I want to thank you for tuning in to YouTube Live. Appreciate it, sir. He's asking, what would be a good material to heat press with 4 shirt decoration? Okay, I think I read that wrong. What would be a good material to heat press with 4 shirt decorations for Christmas?
Okay, cool. So, well, we were able to do, so we have, this is a multicolor design. So typically, if you're coming from like a screen print background or even vinyl, you're thinking, okay, well, how many colors? You know, I have a 4-color shirt, I have 3 colors on this shirt. Here we have a 3-color, oh, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh no, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 5-color shirt, but it really doesn't matter. You could print photographs. We used the exact same printer to print this photograph that we did to print, actually we printed all of these on the same printer. So even this mug right here, that trucker cap, you know, we have a, you know, you can see different color designs here. You know, we did all this on the same printer. So color, you're not limited by color with sublimation. As far as material though, when it comes to t-shirts, this is 100% polyester. When it comes to t-shirts, that is going to be the only limitation really with sublimation, is that everything looks best on white. You could do other light colors, maybe like light gray, light pink, light blue, but it's just not going to look as great as it would on a 100% white and 100% cotton. Unfortunately, you can't press onto a, did I say cotton? You cannot press onto cotton. It must be 100% polyester. If you press to cotton, it will fade prematurely, which is not really a good look. I mean, unless you're into that vintage faded look.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
You know, as Jared mentioned, we use the same sublimation printer to create all the transfers you see on here that we've pressed on the shirts. Now, if you are interested in working with something like these ceramic, you know, decorative ornaments that you can customize, there's a couple things you're going to need. You guys saw me when I was using my parchment paper, but Jared was kind enough to let me know that there are ways that you can use your clamshell heat press, even with that angled open enclosure, to still do the sublimation on here. But what would be those 2 additional products that we were using?
Right, so if you want, you know, you can actually reference, so we do 2 Facebook Lives every week. We're here on YouTube, and then we're also on Facebook. If you go to the Facebook Live from today, we actually did a live demo. So facebook.com/HeatPressNation, we did a live demo of these ornaments right here. And so what we used was some Nomex heat felt. Now, if you're pressing hard items here on this firm rubber pad, it's great for t-shirts, but for something ceramic or porcelain like that, it might be a little too firm. It might cause it to crack under even medium pressure. So we have this piece of felt. So we remove the rubber pad from the bottom. And
Thankfully,
then we put,
it's not glued on there.
Right, exactly. And then we put the piece of felt. It's like a really thick, soft piece of material. And then we also covered it with the green conductive rubber. So it's kind of sandwiched in between these 2 really soft, but you know, materials that are able to conduct the heat, so that way you do get the proper coverage in order to, you know, heat press your items and then not crack them. So very important.
That's right, that's right. You know, we got another question coming in here from Jason Camino. Now he says he's looking at something like a 16 by 20. Appears to be what we have here. Yes, you are correct, sir. Now he's asking, does it have a timer that will pop it open when it's done?
So this model that we use here today does not have auto open, but the auto open feature is available on the 16 by 20 Signature series. So while this exact one that I have here doesn't pop open automatically, it can. So it's just an additional feature that you're going to want to select when purchasing your heat press.
That's right. You know, I know we were talking about the socks earlier that we did. You know, Jared killed it with the artwork on here, as you can see. You know, really festive, really awesome. What we use to sublimate onto these is our sock insert. So this is going to be available in the straight style as well as the hockey stick shape. But as you can see, we get this on here. This will really get the material in a position where you're going to be able to have a successful transfer. So the design is going to fit and function, you know, when you're wearing it. You know, the sock's going to have a different size, I imagine, you know, when it's worn and not worn. Exactly. So having this will really give you a nice, clean, smooth pressing area, so you can get your transfer across the entire substrate. That happens to showcase be the sock. So.
Yeah. So socks are really cool. As he mentioned, we do have one that we call it the hockey stick, because it's shaped like a hockey stick. And so this sock folds like kind of right here on the seam. If it was going to fold the other way, like sideways, like this, and it depends on where you're purchasing your sublimation socks. But basically, there's 2 kinds. One that folds like this. In this case, we would use a hockey stick insert. But since these fold flat and straight, of course, we're going to use the straight insert. So make sure that you already have your socks ready. You know what kind you have before purchasing your inserts, or you could just purchase one of each. Really, that's kind of the ideal way to go.
Yeah, and these, you know, this material here will definitely be temperature resistant, give you a nice long-lasting life cycle, give you help many pressing sublimation transfers. Thank you guys so much for getting involved and active in the comments. Keep them coming in. We got another one here from Tony. Tony's asking, what's the temperature and time you set the press for to do 100% polyester sublimation transfers?
Okay, cool. So for if you can actually like rewind at the beginning of this episode, we pressed that one right there. So we have 2 identical T-shirts here. We pressed this one that Estevan's going to hold up right now, and we did that at 385. Yeah, 385 degrees for 60 seconds, and that's going to be like the go-to time. Now, in some cases, depending on your artwork, your shirt, depending on the ambient temperature of the room, like it's still pretty warm here in Southern California. We caught a little bit of an overcast this morning, a little sprinkle, but it's still relatively warm. If you're somewhere like in the middle of winter in Minnesota, you might need to up your time and temperature, maybe 15, 20 seconds to kind of counter that. So it just really depends. But 385 degrees for 60 seconds is the go-to. That's the standard, and you can adjust your settings from there as necessary.
That's right. Thank you so much for that, Jared. We're going to get to a couple more of these while we have them up here. Now, Kalandra Carr. Kalandra says she has the HPN's multifunction, but she doesn't know how to use the shoe cap or additional attachments. She's asking, do you guys have videos on these items?
We actually do. So what you're going to want to do, Kalandra, is go ahead and get in touch with our technical support team. There are some videos that we do, have internally, like how-to videos, instructional videos, troubleshooting videos. And our technical support team, they have access to all those, and they can email them to you personally. If you purchase an HPN machine, of course, you're entitled to lifetime technical support. So that means even after your warranty is long expired, let's say you're 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, you can still give us a call. We'll be happy to help you out with whatever you need. So 800-215-0894. You can go ahead and give us a call Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time to speak with one of our technicians. You can also go to the website, HeatPressNation.com/support. Go to that page, or just go to the main page, click technical support, and you can actually create a ticket. So what that means is that you input all your information, your name, you can briefly describe the issue, click submit, and then it goes directly to our technical support team. Almost as if you're calling, and then they'll get back to you. We guarantee responses to the tickets within 1 business day, or often less, really. So, and in fact, if you get it in before, I believe it's 4 o'clock Pacific time, they'll still respond same day. So, I think we have it's a little after 4 right now. So you can submit a ticket, or you can give a call right now if you're able to. Otherwise, on Monday, of course, they'll be happy to help you, get you those videos, get you the help that you need to get everything working on your multifunction heat press.
That's right. That's right. Really hope everyone enjoyed, the brief tutorial today on sublimation, the live demonstration we did here. But, we'd love to see what you guys are doing out there. So, again, use the hashtag HPN Creators on all your social media. With the holidays being around this time of year, we saw so many cool costumes, candy bags, decorations, people getting the jump start early. So, search the hashtag, look at it, use it. It could, be a source of inspiration, or you could really, give someone else an awesome idea where they can start, taking full advantage of their stuff. I think that's probably going to wrap it up for today, unless you got anything you want to add here for us.
No, it's been fun. One thing you're not going to want to forget, guys, is our Black Friday sale. Black Friday actually starts on Monday for us, and not Cyber Monday. I'm talking about this Monday, as in the day after tomorrow, and then the day after that. You get the idea.
There we go.
But yeah, Black Friday starts on Monday. If you want to know, just a reminder, I know we kind of already mentioned it, Estevan talked about it, but if you want to be the first to know about any of the specials, guys, subscribe to the newsletter. Go to HeatPressNation.com. Subscribe to the newsletter. All of our newsletter subscribers will be the absolute first to know. We don't even know yet what's going on sale, what the deals are going to be. We do know that they're going to be pretty amazing. So make sure you subscribe to the newsletter.
Yes, that's right. Want to thank everyone so much for tuning in. I want to wish everyone a very happy and safe holiday coming up. And press on. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you so much. We'll see you.